Right, the weather outside is absolutely terrible. That's not going to stop us. Hey folks, JD here, and today we've got this little guy. What exactly is this? Well, this is the Raider F31G. It is a nano indoor copter. It has 4 brushed motors, a camera to the front, 2 LEDs for orientation. It has quite a tidy sized battery in the back, offering up to 10 minutes of flight time. It's a gesture controlled quadcopter with optical flow. I think this is going to be quite special. And here it is. Now, okay, looks like the Tello, a lot smaller than the Tello. Feels really rigid as I went into in the unboxing, feels quite sturdy. Nice little camera to the front, optical flow underneath. Those gestures though. Maybe this is going to be a very good, very cheap indoor copter. Right, shall we have a little look? Here we go. So we've got the quadcopter. We're going to turn it on to begin with. A little on button on the side, click and hold. And then the lights will just flash quite nicely. Then if we just refresh the Wi-Fi here, we should see this particular Wi-Fi network start to broadcast, other than just my home network. Come on. Come on. No. Are you? There he is. Takes a bit of time for it to load up by the look of it. Then once we're in there, then we can open up the app, which is the Floral LD. I should already have it here. There we go. Perfect. Right, so let's see now if I can turn on the transmitter. Single, one up and one down to bind. LEDs are all now solid on the transmitter and the quadcopter. That's very, very standard. And now from here we should be able to click free flight. And then we should see that we have got movement. Perfect. Alright then folks, let's calibrate these gyros down and to the right. And then let's take off by pressing the take off button. We also have that on the transmitter as well, but I'm going to use the app here. Alright, well we are up. So, to begin with, that is beautifully stable. Oh, now she's moving. Okay, there's going to be a bit of movement. I mean, there isn't a lot of light in here for an optical flow drone. We've had no problem in the past with some other drones, but still, I know this isn't ideal. It's just that, unfortunately, let's try and see if I can put this light on, if it removes some of the shadows, perhaps. Okay, let's bring him down a little bit. He is bobbing around a little bit. Okay, now then, what I want to see for a second is how it flies, to begin with. It's very noisy when it turns. But all in all, it's extremely fluid. Look at it. Beautifully fluid. This is only in speed mode 1, right folks? Speed mode 2 dips a little bit more, angle of attack alters. Turning, that's where it gets quick. That's where it gets much, much quicker. In speed mode 2 is turning. Speed mode 3, oh my god. This thing is flipping around. So do you know what? I'm not going to bash it and destroy it, so I'll put it back to speed mode 1 for now. But speed mode 3 we can see twirls really, really fast. Now normally with little copters and with copters in general, I like to stick at about speed mode 2. That's like my good speed. Doesn't run the battery down too far, but at the same time it's still a nice little speed where you can cover quite a bit of ground. So these flips, 4 directional flips, forward, back, left and right, no problem whatsoever. That is good. Right, let's try. Oh, let's bring him down a little bit. Oh, bobbing around a little bit. See, bobbing up and down, even with this light on. I think it's got more to do with maybe the barometer than it has the optical flow drone. The optical flow seems to be pretty stable. So, what I want to do now is I just want to see how this flies on smartphone. So what I'm going to do is use the automatic start and stop button just to bring it down. I'm going to turn off this transmitter and I'm going to go purely with this smartphone for now. I just want to see exactly if we can get this, these gestures to work. Now this may not be the best environment for them, but I'm going to give it a damn good go. Right, so it's meant to be okay to start filming. Can you see me? Okay. okay to start filming. Let's try pushing this button then that we're meant to push. Run around this way. Okay. Back. No. Back. I don't know why I'm saying it. No, maybe it's a little bit. Let's put it around the other way. It does, the manual does say to push this button first and then try it again. So let's do it again. Let's push this button and then that's meant to put the quadcopter back. Meant to. See, it's not taking photos. It's not doing anything like it's meant to, which is a bit of a shame. But we are indoors. I want to try it outdoors as well, where it probably has a bit more stability. Let's try a bit of flight plan. Yeah, flight plan works. Flight plan works. Flight plan works quite well. Okay, that's quite cool. Multiple speeds, we've seen that. Let's take a few selfies. So if I get in front of it, if I can zoom down a bit, take a few photos, because I want to see what they're like. Let's come back a little bit to here. Control is quite easy on the smartphone. Relays pretty well. Ooh, if I actually hit the right analog stick. I wondered why it didn't turn then. My thumb wasn't even on the analog stick. Yeah, that's alright, you know. Hello, dogs. The puppies have come down to see us again. Right, okay, yeah, that's alright, you know. That's not too bad on this. Now, what I find a little bit difficult is getting it to stay in one place. If you move it gently and try and guide it into where you want it to hover, it'll hover. Let's bring it back a little bit. Bring it up a little bit. I really want to see if I can get these gestures to work. So let's spin it round. Okay, that's meant to be film. That's meant to be take video. Yeah, it's really not liking. It's not able to get a good pressure reading on that. Oh, now it's stuck on the ceiling. Oh no, it's not able to get a good pressure reading on that barometer. Right. Okay, I think it might have something to do with the smartphone transmission as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down, automatic lander, here, which, yeah, it does quite well. I'm just going to move her a little bit closer to me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the screen recording and I'm going to turn off the smartphone. I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi and I'm going to take it back up purely on this transmitter and see exactly how it does purely on this. So let's take it for a little bit of a flight around. Even though the battery is low, it is, ever since it's come off that smartphone, it's bobbing up and down a little bit too much. And I wonder why. It could be pressure. I haven't got the heating on. It is very, it's quite cool in here, in fact. It's not warm at all. I've got the window open behind me. There's a little bit of a draft, which is the same as what I have all the time. But still, we see that movement. And even though there's plenty of light, and there is plenty of light in here, it's just having a bit of an issue. Overall flight indoors is okay, you know. It responds very well, flings around, no problem whatsoever. And it responds well on the smartphone as well, so you can't really go wrong with that, I don't think. Nice little indoor flyer. Winter's coming, folks. Winter is coming, and you're going to need a couple of good indoor flyers to keep the hobby going over those winter months. This might be one for you. I don't know. I think it's going to be one for me. I'm going to try it a few times and see exactly how far we get. But it's alright, you know. It works well. It relays. There we are. That was the optical flow system taken over there. It relays controls well. You know, it hovers quite well, but it's this bouncing, you know, that I'm getting a little bit annoyed with. And the thing is, it could be the indoor environment. Until I fly her outside, I'm going to call it as the indoor environment. So I'm not going to say it's down to the quadcopter purely yet. We have to see what she's like flying outside until we can come to that conclusion. But let's bring her down. Obviously I'm not going to try the emergency stop on hard laminate, because otherwise she's going to fall on the floor and she might break before I even do the outdoor test, because I'm doing these backwards for a little bit. Yeah, so took a few photos, got a bit of video, didn't do any actual video other than screen recording. That was on purpose. Just wanted to see a bit of screen recording with a bit of telemetry. This guy seems okay. Okay, we've got a bit of movement up and down. I mean, I'm going to put it down to the indoor environment until I take her out and I see exactly what she's like outside. For now, though, I think she's pretty good. These motors are very warm. It could do with having more aeration holes down the side. It's only got these little, I don't know how well you can see them, it's only got these little notches at the top here. Only 3 per motor. That's not enough. It's not enough. It needs more aeration, so I may take matters into my own hands and cut a few holes in that after the outdoor flight. This camera lens was facing down. You can move it a little bit. I don't know if it's got much movement in it. It does seem like you can move it a little bit. Optical flow, we did see when we took off. It was okay. It did hold itself. Barometer held itself well as well. I did try and get rid of this shadowy floor just by putting on this light, get a bit of separation in here as well. Hello, pup. Yeah, I think, all in all, I think this is done pretty well. It worked well on the smartphone. It had a few features on the smartphone that worked as well. It worked well on the transmitter. It had a few features on the transmitter that worked well as well. All in all, to be honest, to begin in, it's actually pretty good. I want to see it outside though. I want to see the optical flow sensor outside. I want to see if we still have that bobbin in the field. For that though, my friends, I've got to wait until these 60-mile-an-hour winds die down before I can take this little thing out. Alright then folks, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.